What's up everyone, it's Spiritual Essence here. I'm just continuing from the last video. I'm just going to start with the transits. I'll go over the transits that I got written down real quick. So, at the current time, as we're speaking, Mercury is squaring Jupiter. So, Mercury is the planet of thinking and communication. And Jupiter is the planet of faith, wisdom, education, morality, and experiences. So with Mercury square Jupiter, this is frustrating thoughts about faith. About faith. So yeah, frustrating thoughts about faith. So with Mercury square Jupiter, Mercury is currently in the sign of Scorpio, which is fixed water, being fixated on your own and other people's ways of feeling their emotions. Now, with Mercury being in Scorpio and it being fixed water and being in Scorpio, being born from the eighth house of secrets and behind closed doors type energies, this is going to put our minds in deep, fixated, emotional thoughts. We're going to be in deep thought about everything. Specifically over what house you have Mercury in, but that's another video. With Mercury square Jupiter with frustrating thoughts about faith, trying not to, with Jupiter being in Capricorn, our faith is debilitated right now. The spirituality is you either got spiritual, getting spiritual, or it's about to be like it's just hard right now. With Jupiter being in the sign of Capricorn, because Jupiter falls in Capricorn. Capricorn's an earth sign, practicality and what makes sense, and spirituality and experiences that you can't make sense out of those things. So it's debilitated, it falls. So we're going to be in deep thought about our experiences, but our experiences are going to be, and our faith is going to be debilitated. So we're not going to have no faith. We're going to be having to learn how to have faith, how to keep faith when Mercury is squaring Jupiter. Now we got Venus opposing Uranus. With Venus opposing Uranus, Venus is the planet of love and appreciation, and what you appreciate and what you admire and what you're attracted to. And Uranus is the planet of uniqueness, individuality. But to be unique and individual, you got to be opposing and rebellious against others. So Uranus is a planet about being change and opposing and uniqueness and rebellion and individuality. So with Venus opposing Uranus, this is going to be love versus change. While our love is in, and when Venus is in the sign of Scorpio, Uranus is in the sign of Taurus. So with Venus being in the sign of Scorpio, we're all going to be loving and appreciating deep, almost selfish desires, selfish indulgences. And we can also go too far into that while it's in Scorpio, but I want to get to that in another video. With love versus change, with Venus opposing Uranus, our love, the way we want to love, is at odds on how it's supposed to be an individual, how it's supposed to change, how it's supposed to be unique, how it's supposed to and Uranus is in the sign of Taurus, so we're supposed to change and be individual with our own way of gaining stability. So with Venus being in the sign of Scorpio, it's all going to be about the self, internal desires, internal passions, internal wants and need, like internal passion. You know what I mean? So um, with Uranus being in Taurus, again, this is going to be how we're fixated on changing our ways of stability. We're supposed to gain our own way of being able to stabilize and secure ourselves. So Venus opposing Uranus is going to make it very hard for us to love and appreciate, because we're going to be focused on security and what's stabilizing. So you're either going to be indulging, or you're going to either be securing yourself and changing yourself and being more of an individual. But either side, there's a yin and yang to both sides. You can be too much an individual and become self-centered or selfish, or uncompassionate, or all those dry traits, emotional traits. Or you can be indulgent in self-centered love, self-indulgence love, and become toxic. But then, like I said, there's a yin and yang. So you can be a toxic in a positive way, because all toxicity means is when two things that don't mix together. They're not supposed to mix, which that can also turn out for the better or men, because Scorpio also deals with behind the scenes and secrets and in the bottom emotions, deep emotions, so fears, insecurities. So you can become toxic with a positive individual, thinking that they're not like that, which in turn they turn out to be positive for you when it looked like it was going to be negative. You get what I mean? Now we have Sun sextile and Saturn. With the Sun sextile and Saturn, the Sun is how we act and how we view things and how we see things and how other people see ourselves and or us as individuals. Saturn as a planet is the planet of boundaries, restrictions, limitations, structure, law, order. It's basically the the, the esoteric government per se. Now with Sun sextile with Saturn, this is going to be opportunities to act on reality. Because the Sun is in Sagittarius. Scorpio Sagittarius is on the cusp. But it's still sextiling because it's over 30 degrees. It's in that sextile range. So we're still having a sextile with Saturn, so this is opportunities to act on reality. With the Sun being in Sagittarius, is going to have us visions. It's going to have us visualize, gain wisdom, gain knowledge and experiences. And it's got Capricorn is cardinal Earth, initiating new ways of thinking and practicality. So this is going to make us with Saturn being in Capricorn, our reality is all based on structure and on status and on business, but we're going to be able to extract wisdom and experiences on how to act towards that status and that business and what how we are seen as far as like status goes. Now Venus. Now the last one is Venus in conjunct Mars. So Venus is again the planet of love and appreciation, and what you appreciate, what you value, and how others appreciate what you attract. And Mars is the planet of passions and desires, aggression and drives, internal passions, internal drives all around. So with Venus in conjuncting Mars, this is going to be misunderstanding. It's like a misunderstanding of how to love and appreciate with our passions. Because our Venus, the Venus is in Scorpio, and Mars is in Aries. So while we're appreciating and appreciating and loving and admiring our internal selves. Scorpio, fix our own emotions. Mars is wanting us to express, come out. So we might have a confront on how to value our passions, or how to go after our passions, or how to appreciate our passions. Because it's in conjunction, it's a misunderstanding. So while we're loving and appreciating internal stuff, Mars is wanting us to be external. So it's like at a conjunction. It's at odds with each other. Even though those ruled by the same planet, Scorpio is the feminine side of Mars, and Aries is the masculine side of Mars. So they're both doing the same thing, but in two different ways. So it's at odds with each other. So our love and passions are at odds with each other, or like frustrating angles at the moment. And I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday, Moon Day. Tuesday we'll have the sun fully into Sagittarius. It'll be in 3 degrees Sagittarius in the morning on Tuesday morning, and the moon's going into Aries as well. So that would be a really prosperous time for a lot of awakening energy. So be ready to be enlightened, awakened, and stay true to yourself, and don't put faith based on what other people are putting faith on. Put faith on what you know is to be faith, what you feel is right. Stay true to yourself.